This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. You are your greatest asset. It's time you started investing in that. Visit betterhelp.com/double toasted and take care of you. You know, everybody's complaining about superhero fatigue. Everybody's talking about, man, Marvel, you know, they got this formula and I don't need to see no more Marvel stuff. And I'm not even arguing that with people. I see people going through that. I understand that. But the great thing about this show is I think it kind of helps with that. I mean, you get superhero stuff, but you also get a story that this time is a little more grounded and is more character based. And I think that this is a huge relief.
Yeah, it's kind of what's needed.
Just got back from Chicago, but we got more shows coming up. So you can catch us in Miami. And then the next day in Orlando, that's going to be January 20th and January 21st. And then you can see us in Dallas, Texas, February 18th. Go to x1entertainment.com to get your tickets. But if you go below, you can get tickets for these remaining shows over here. Hawkeye is out in these streets.
Yes, he is.
And by these streets, people mean cheap. Boy, it's a damn shame. Everybody got that Marvel money. Everybody got the Marvel checks. Except your boy Hawkeye, man.
I was thinking about that. Because you remember how Falcon and the Winter Soldier opened up with just this expensive action sequence. You're like, damn, they are spending money on this.
Yeah.
This is movie quality.
Everybody had movie quality. Everybody had, because when Wanda came out, when Falcon, Winter Soldier came, when Loki came out, everybody's like, man, it's a TV show that looks like a movie. And Hawkeye came out, like, man, it's a TV show that looks like, well, a TV show.
Can I speak to your manager?
There are arrows more dangerous than that one?
I am cool with this budget being a little lower, being a little sparse.
Yeah, no, it's actually kind of refreshing.
It really is.
To not have so much. And for what this story is, it doesn't need a lot more money.
No, it don't need no. It fits the character of Clint Barton. Barton's Barton, right?
Yeah, Barton.
Clint Barton, it fits him perfectly. He's like, I don't need all that fancy shit.
That's actually the theme of the show.
He's like, I'm a humble man.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I've been to dimensions. I've been to space. I saved the world. I just want to go home with my kids. Man.
Yeah. Plus, he's like, I've been like a government assassin. I don't really need to be famous. That actually is counter to what I do.
He's like, shit, look, I need help. I killed a lot of people. I don't need to be, I just need a break. I mean, I will kill again. But for now, I just want to spend some time with my kids, my wife. I want to go.
I've saved the world. My best friend died.
Yeah.
Can I just have a break? Just Christmas with the family?
And Disney Plus said no.
That actually is what happened.
No, Disney Plus said no.
Because even like getting Jeremy Renner for this, he's like, listen, I got to spend time with my daughter. And
really?
Yeah. No. I mean, that's the thing. This sort of parallels real life.
Wow.
Because when he wanted to do this, he was like, I got to spend time with my daughter. And if y'all don't like it, you can recast the role.
Whoa, look at you. Jeremy pulling some weight over there. Big Renner. Look at you. Look at you looking at the mouse and saying, well, shit, if you don't like it, you get somebody else. Knowing good well they going to get nobody else. God damn it. You know what that means? That means I'm not on no green screen all day.
Yeah.
That means that I ain't got to be dealing with these big stunts and crazy sets. You know what that means, Mickey? It means that I get to actually act. It means I get to actually come in here and be an actor. I get to do my craft. But how does that speak for the rest of the episode? We're about to get into that, y'all. I'm about to talk about all of that because we are on episode 3. And there have been some complaints from people. Not a lot. Critics seem to like this, but there's been some complaints
There's
from
one
people.
big complaint I read all the time.
Well, the people are saying that, first of all, I want to hear what you're saying, but people are saying, man, it's kind of slow. Y'all just making this too cute and funny because y'all don't want to spend no money. And really, when you think about it, it's called Hawkeye. So why are we hanging with this chick over here?
That's the complaint.
Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
So when we going to get into when's the Hawkeye show going to start? And everybody's saying, just give it, 2 episodes. We got 4 more episodes to go. Give it time. Does it pick up here? Or is old Hawkeye still getting the arrow up the ass? Well, old Hawkeye, he's like, old Clint can't catch a break.
Right.
Or does he? We'll get into that right now. But first, She told y'all we got to pay some bills around here. So allow us to come in and let you know that this portion of the show is brought to you by the Razer Blade 15 Advanced. And that is the gaming laptop that we've been telling you about that is so powerful, allows you to take the power of a desktop with you in a machine right here if you love to game. And listen, I'm going to tell you something, man. I just got a new laptop over here. I've been bragging about it. I can't tell you what kind it is. Can't tell you the brand. I will tell you that I love it. I love you. It's right here, right? I love you. But you just don't give me everything I want. You give me a lot of things I need, but as powerful as this thing is, it can't play games as well. Now, it can play some games, but not like
this. Not like the Razer Blade 15.
Not like the Razer Blade 15 Advanced. It's everything I need in a gaming laptop. Powerful enough when I need to record these shows. So it's kind of a business machine, but I can take the power with me wherever I go to play games. I told y'all years ago that gaming laptops, they were going to become a thing. You laughed at me, and now look at you. Sitting up here in the glow and the awe. The Razer Blade 15 Advanced provides high-performance gaming on the go. That's what's appealing to me right here. Because with a gaming laptop, what you can do is you can still plug it up to your nice monitor, your nice gaming screen. Yeah, so it's not like you're looking at it right there. You can play this wherever you go.
Okay.
Or if you go somewhere and they have a nice monitor, you can do that too. It's very versatile, and that's what I love about this.
Very nice.
I'm all about being mobile and portable. All Razer Blade 15 Advanced models are equipped with beautiful calibrated displays, including a full HD panel with a fast 360 hertz refresh rate, which means that these games are going to look as nice as they can, whether you're playing them on the big screen or playing them right there on the screen that you can't there on your laptop. A lot of people, I tell you, they're coming around like me. And the thing is, December is officially here. You know, you got a gamer in your life, or you're a gamer yourself, and say, you know what? Why not treat yourself for the holidays? Right now, you can start your shopping early and save over $1,000 on select models of the Razer Blade 15 Advanced. How do you do that? Well, I'm going to put it for you right here. You go to Razer.com, and let me spell that for you. That's RAZER.com. And go over there to save on select models of the Razer Blade 15 Advanced. Once again, I want to thank Razer for sponsoring this portion of the show. And of course, I want to thank all of you out there for your support. It's not cheap. It's just, like I said, they're doing what the show requires, which is not a huge budget.
Right.
And that's on purpose. And like you said, that's refreshing, man.
It is. It's nice to have, you know, what they call a street level hero.
That's exactly the words they use. Don't say cheap. Say street level.
Street level. Yeah. And it's full of humor. And while Marvel movies are always quippy, this is an actual comedy. So, yeah, there's no need to go all out. You know, something I didn't get to comment on with that first episode, was that Rogers the Musical. They made that musical way better than it needed to be. I thought it was going to be just like a joke and you just kind of blow it off. And the more you listen to it, you're like, you know what, this is actually legit. Like something they would actually do on Broadway.
Our friend Emo, he sent this to me. He says, I've been listening to this all day. He says, and he said the same thing. This should not be as good as it is. And you know why is that good? Because Disney gonna make this shit.
Yeah.
They gonna, if it's that good.
Oh, you think they're gonna actually do it?
They're actually going to make Rogers the Musical. Because it's too, man, they put way too much production.
They put a lot of production in it.
And cleverness into the lyrics. I mean, it's going to be cheesy as hell, but they are going to make this.
Well, I saw in the credits some music by Mark Scheinman, who works with the guys from South Park. He did South Park the Musical and the Book of Mormon and all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah, no, you damn right they're going to make this, man. Disney they smell money. You think they're going to leave it there? They're going to pluck that money right out the ground right there, man. Listen, I say cheap, and I don't mean to say that. As I said, street level. On the last review I did, I said, imagine if they took the Netflix shows and Disney-fied them.
Right.
You know, they're still a little edgy, but they took all the harsh language and all the major blood and violence out of it, all the sex out of it. And so that's what you have here. Now, people, before we continue, got to let you know that this is going to eventually turn into kind of a spoilery discussion. The first part of this is not going to be. But we will start getting into that because there are, especially one thing that must be talked about here, because there's a lot of speculation, and we're going to talk about whether whether this is truly real or whether it isn't. I have an opinion on why I think that this will really happen.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that when we get to it. For right now, let's talk about this episode here. You know, even though we say that the budget on this is not as high as the other shows, and it's not, and let me say it for a good reason. They always manage to throw in a big action scene.
Sure.
Man, I gotta tell you, look, when we say low budget, we're talking about Disney low budget.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
We ain't talking about like every other show out there. Like if any other show was called low budget, you wouldn't be having scenes like you have here. They got a car chase in here. And I love
the way that car chase was filmed. Matter of fact, so much it reminded me of playing GTA.
Oh yeah, but you know, when they did that other thing where, because people started doing this a lot, it's nothing new, but it always looks cool, where the chase for a long time is one shot from the point of view inside the car. And I thought, all right, that's where their money went for this episode. That and a couple of other stunts, but it really went here.
Definitely not this one.
All right, you don't have to say definitely
this
like
one.
that. All right,
It's
how about
too
this?
dangerous.
Now get the out the way, man! Come on, I felt mad for those other cars.
I know. I always think about that too.
Yeah, no, this was fun because you get the point of view of the cars coming. That creates the suspense right there. And also, I just loved how this is where we get to play with all of
His trick arrows.
all of his trick arrows, all of starts at green arrows. God damn it, Hawkeye's trick arrows.
I'm using this one.
Hey, be careful.
I was born careful.
They're not regular arrows.
Play-Doh arrow?
I can't see nothing.
You know, I gotta ask. I mean, this is always what gets me with Hawkeye and every other superhero that shoots arrows out there. Where is he pulling these arrows out his ass from? You know, because that basket stayed stock.
Yeah.
That basket stayed full.
When she pulls it up, you can see there's a lot of arrows in there. There's more arrows in it than what gets fired in this sequence.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like when I'm trying to find a frame here where they have the arrows. I can't find it, but man, he kept firing off arrows, and that shit just self-replenished.
Yeah.
It was that thing stayed full.
Sure.
It was crazy. That's the only thing that I would complain about. It's like, man, you can see because I was started counting. I was like, man, I know how many arrows you're using.
Yeah.
And every time you take one out, another one just pops up.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's the only thing that I have to complain about as far as superheroes with arrows go. That seems to be almost a running joke now with them. Mm-hmm. But I did love that, man. I really did love that part. But the once that's out the way, and once we got, and that car chase, by the way, I got to give this show credit for how much it's staying true to the comic. You read that comic. Yeah. Now, I haven't read that comic, but James, the editor, he said, man, go look up some frames from.
Well, Matt Fraction, who wrote the comic, they credit him as a producer on this.
Yeah, but he said, go look at some pages from the comic. If you can read the comic at some point, he said, you'd be surprised at how many of these things that they're doing are from the comic. That comic, that car chase, that's taken from the comic. Yeah. They have pages full of them doing this car chase in that comic. And we'll talk about other ways that they've incorporated the comic into the show. But I thought that was really cool that they're staying that faithful because that comic from 2012, this Hawkeye, everybody talks about how good it is.
It is.
And I think that's one of the inspirations for saying, like, if that comic wasn't there, they'd be like, hell no, Hawkeye ain't getting no show.
Yeah. No, when it came to like, okay, we feel an obligation to give this character a show, there's no way you wouldn't pull from those comics.
But Jeremy Renner is a brilliant actor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even back from his younger days when he played Dahmer. Yeah. He was a great actor.
He's becoming one of my favorite Avengers with this show right here because you learn that he's the most relatable.
I was just about to say that. Use that word. He is the most relatable.
Yeah, he's the most human out of all of them. Like we said, he's not a god. He's not a billionaire. He's not a genius. He's not a super soldier. I said this last week. He's a dad. And I think
he's a good dad. He's not a deadbeat dad who's seeing his kids on the weekends. Only if he is, it's only because of work, and they all understand. Nobody's beating his chops over it.
No, that's what's
his
great
wife
about,
has his back.
And yeah, his wife is like, just take the kids, take them to a show, have some fun, get back home for Christmas. That's all I'm asking. That's all he's trying to do. Yeah, he's like, I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. I'm trying to get home to wife, eat some turkey, and take my ass to bed and watch some movies with the kids. I earned this shit. And that's that. And I said this last week, and I think that episode 3 is finally driving that home even more.
Yeah.
I think this episode is the one where it's like, okay, you want this to be the Hawkeye show? It's the Hawkeye show. But don't expect it to just be full Hawkeye action, which it is. But also expect to just learn about this character more.
Well, it's that thing because people have been complaining that it's too much Kate Bishop and not enough Clint Barton.
Yeah.
But she becomes Hawkeye as well.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like it's Hawkeye. It's just two Hawkeyes.
Yeah. But, everybody's complaining about superhero fatigue. Everybody's talking about, man, Marvel, they got this formula, and I don't need to see no more Marvel stuff. And I'm not even arguing that with people. I see people going through that. I understand that. But the great thing about this show is I think it kind of helps with that. I mean, you get superhero stuff, but you also get a story that this time is a little more grounded and is more character based. And I think that this is a huge relief.
Yeah, it's
from
kind
all
of what's
that, man.
needed.
And since this is something that we're not dealing with a bunch of superpowers at this moment, we're not getting these huge spectacles. We took care of that in the first episode. We saw the alien invasion, and now we're out. Now we're just like, this is more of an action show than a superhero show. This guy is incredible with an arrow, but it is more of an action show this time, and that's very welcome at this point. If you're tired of superhero fatigue, I would say, man, if you want something kind of light to, go watch this.
Sure.
This is great. This gave them a chance to go in and play with different methods of storytelling. So I'm not going to spoil anything at this moment, but Hawkeye, he relies on a hearing aid. And there's a moment the hearing aid goes out, and there are a lot of times where you're hearing things from his point of view. Everything.
Or you're not hearing things.
Not. Yeah, exactly. You hear the Charlie Brown shit, except everything sounds like that. It sounds like it's muffled. It sounds like somebody got pillows over his ears. And it's cool to see how they actually go in and creatively continue to tell the story from the point of view of somebody who can't hear anything.
Well, this third episode is all about powerful people overcoming their disabilities.
Oh, hell yeah. No doubt, man. And the thing with the thing is with that is that I'm not gonna tell you what they do in the episode, but they find ways to work around that, and they find ways to continue dialogue. They actually find some good humor with that, and also that's from the comic, man. I went and looked up what James was telling me. So in that comic, they did the same thing. There's I think a whole book where there's no dialogue, all sign language.
Yeah.
And the comic book actually went in and found creative ways to still tell the story with sign language while also not shutting out the reader if you don't know sign language. Like, they put sign language in there.
Yeah.
You got a glossary that you can go to in the back of the book to see what they're talking about. So you got to do some work.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Isn't it enough that I got to read? No, I got homework
So
too.
you got to learn a whole new language to go in and do it, to read this comic right here. But you know what? That's, again, I think it's awesome that they're taking some inspiration from the book and saying, how can we actually take that creativity and bring it to this episode? It's really awesome how they're taking the character and making this character not just relatable, but also so emotional because of some of the drawbacks that he's experiencing now. Like that, man, they got a scene here where I'm not gonna say he's talking to, but he's trying to talk to somebody. And it's just frustrating. He can't talk to this person that he loves and make words. And then somebody comes in to help him. I was like, oh, that's sweet right there.
It is sweet. But it's also emotional that he just so wants to get back home and can't.
I know, man. That's all. He's just like, I just want to go home.
Yeah, and just things keep happening where it's like, I could leave, but I can't. I got to stay and see this through.
Yeah. It did start out kind of goofy. I think that they pulled back on that goofiness in episode 3. I think they found a good balance of some humor and drama and making those two blend together without making either one of those go too far over the top. I tell you right now, I'm really admiring this show for what they've done. And speaking of death and introducing new characters, again, whether you have superhero fatigue or not, Marvel is still continuing to achieve new things, and this time with inclusion.
Yeah.
So for all y'all out there arguing about, man, diversity, sucks, making me eat that shit. shut your ass up. Shut up.
I just want my plain vanilla ice cream.
I want my dude with the scraggly beard. I want my white dye. I want my generic white dude with the brown hair and the blonde eyes and the blue hair and the blonde. You know, y'all get this same shit all the time, man. You know, and I think it's I think it really is adding something new to the formula, bringing in these different characters. Speaking of death, we got this character, Maya, Alakwa Cox. And that actress is very cool, man. You got, I love this. First of all, you got a one-legged, now this is in real life, you got a one-legged deaf girl.
Yeah.
Right here. Who's about to become a major Marvel character.
That's the funny thing is somebody said, all right, we got this new character. She's female. She's Native American. She's deaf. And she's missing a leg. She's disabled. You'd be like, man, this trying to click all the demographic boxes, woke shit away from me.
Oh, hell yeah.
And she's one of the best characters they've had in a long time.
This chick is amazing, man. If she ain't the poster child for you can achieve anything,
yeah,
then I don't know who or what is. she just told all of us, get your ass up. You got no excuse.
No excuse.
Shit, if my one-legged, no-hearing ass can do this, Native American, one-legged, no-hearing ass, and you got no excuse at all. Made me feel like shit.
I know.
That's the only thing I will complain about. Like, she made me feel like an asshole. Yeah, she's playing this character of Echo.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, right now, and I don't know what's going to happen with this girl later on. You know, I've read some arcs of hers in the comics, but I'm not going to say what they are right now. But I will say that with her having no voice, she still comes across as intimidating, man.
Very much so. She's a force to be reckoned with.
Shit, y'all know what it's like if a woman ever looks at you like that, you messed up.
Yeah.
You fucked up. And that was a scene where I think it was another scene where she told one of her henchmen, or that was her boy or something, she's in sign language, she said, don't forget who's in charge.
Yeah.
And before that dude even answered,
I forget who's in charge, you or me.
Who's in charge? And before that dude answered, I was like, you. So I got this, man, you. Don't say shit.
Yeah, right.
You're already fucked up enough. Don't say nothing. Yeah, she's great, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's great at being intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
I really like where this is going with her. And Haley Steinfeld, man. She's still holding it down. I mean, there's nothing much I can say about her because I already said everything I need to say about her in the last review.
She's been a pro from the beginning of her career.
She really has. She won an Academy Award, right?
Did she? Well, she might have been nominated. Yeah.
Okay. Now, the more I watch this, the more perfect she is as this character, man.
And the thing is, I'll read people saying like, "Oh, she's too annoying," and it's like, no. Hollywood has a template for an annoying girl, where they constantly talk, and they never shut up, and that's not what she's doing.
Yeah, no, I thought that she's kind of precocious. You know, she's full of smart aleck comebacks and comments, but she's never annoying to me.
No, and I read somebody saying like, oh, she's a Mary Sue. It's like, first episode, they established, they go a long way to establish all her accomplishments with everything with athleticism and sword fighting and archery. I don't know how you suddenly go like, she just came with this skill from nowhere. The whole opening sequence of this series.
What they did? They show you her getting her skills through the opening credits. Mm-hmm. Somebody press skip intro.
I know.
They said, look, we got 6 episodes. We ain't going to do a whole montage of her out there doing shit. We'll play this under the credits.
Yes.
So if you skip the credits, and and just because a chick is doing action don't make her no goddamn Mary Sue. Yeah. Y'all use that. You just throw them terms. What it means is, man, that bitch.
Yeah.
I just don't like women.
I don't want to see a girl.
I came
to see Hawkeye.
I came here to see dick and balls. I come to see no girl. It can be funny without being annoying. Mm-hmm. Like there were a couple of scenes in here where they could have easily made those scenes. Not just her, but they could have made the scene just stand out because they were trying to make it too funny. You know, they trying to make it too cute. And when she got into that argument, not that argument, she was trying to help that tracksuit dude, when the Tracksuit Mafia.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was funny. I thought that was something where again they wrote that well. Could have been much worse.
You good?
I buy Imagine Dragons tickets for my girlfriend. Then we had to fight.
I mean, look on the bright side. You don't have to go see Imagine Dragons.
Man, you were right. I didn't realize until just then. I was like, oh.
Y'all leave that band alone. I told you, everybody hates on Imagine. They are the new Nickelback.
Right.
Somewhere Nickelback is like, whoo. Maybe Nickelback is doing this.
They started the campaign.
Yeah, maybe Nickelback is running to a crowd. Imagine Dragons. Yeah! Man, leave this band alone. This band ain't hurt nobody, man. Even my man had to defend them right here.
Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy.
Shit, they wrote that song after y'all kept with them. Even my man had to be like, look, I like Imagine Dragons.
I love Imagine Dragons.
You're like, what's wrong with Imagine Dragons? Man, people, I don't know where the hate came from. You know, I thought that there was some good. I talked about how you bring in Easter eggs. Like, look, Marvel's going to do it. They're going to cram them in there, and I think they're a little more obvious than some of the others. But what you feel about the Easter eggs in here?
Which ones?
Well, they have one like the old costume. Okay, this is people. This
stuff like that.
Okay, so this is where it's kind of getting into spoilerish territory. Not complete spoiler, but kind of spoilerish. Yeah, they had the old costume here.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool the way they worked that in.
Yeah. I like when they do that because it's pretty much them saying, "Oh, you want that old costume? Yeah, f you. We're not doing that. It looks stupid."
And I like the way they drew it as stupid as they could.
Yeah.
I like that the Tracksuit Mafia is actually kind of intimidating. Because that was my thing. I was like, man, they would, like, that's relative, by the way.
Yes.
You know, they were, because before they were just pretty much just slapstick, man.
Yeah.
They were cartoon characters.
Yeah.
And they are kind of like that.
They are, you know,
Yeah.
a bunch of Eastern European or Russian dudes in tracksuits.
Yeah.
So
and
it's a
they're like
cliche.
that in the comic. They all say, bro.
Yeah.
He see us, bro.
Bro.
He saw us, bro. It's on now, bro. Bro, bring it on, bro. I even look, there's some things here that I like. Talk about Easter eggs. I like that they realize how they just broed that comic up, and they got, like, even their delivery service or their moving service is called Trust a Bro.
Yeah.
I caught that near the
Yeah,
end. I was
yeah.
like, wait a minute, does that say what I think it says? Mm-hmm. That was pretty funny, man. Even though I think they killed some of them. Like, they blew up that,
They blew up that one car.
and I was like, that car is on fire. That man's on fire. I don't think they made it out of there.
Yeah, it's not just on fire. It was also flipped.
Yeah, it was flipped, and yeah, man, they broke it and crispy up in there, man. It's that. I was thinking, man, you know,
Well, because all the other shots, he very carefully shot everybody in the
in
shoulder.
the shoulder, yeah, he made sure not to have any fatal spots on everybody. But I was like, damn, those foods they're fried, man, they're dead. I'm sure they didn't show us the scene when they're getting out the van. Bro, I'm burning, bro. You burning, bro? Yes, bro. You, bro? Yes, I'm burning too, bro. No, they're funny, man. But this time they did seem to be able to be a little bit more intimidating because they pulled guns out this time.
Yeah.
Before they would just run around tripping over each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is where we're gonna get very spoilery, y'all. So if you don't want to hear this part, then fine, tune out. If you don't mind, and it's just about one thing in particular. This has to be talked about.
Two things.
Two things? Okay, well, you know what? You let me know what that other thing is. But right now, the one thing I'm going to talk about, all right, so it has to be talked about. The 800-pound white gorilla in the room. The Kingpin.
Oh, I thought you meant M'Baku. Okay, yeah.
No, that's the black gorilla. I know that's racist. Why you trap me like that, boy?
In the comics, he's a white gorilla.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're going to go with this white gorilla
Okay.
right now. The big debate that's going on right now is, did we actually get a glimpse, a small intro of not just the Kingpin, but Vincent D'Onofrio?
Did we? I just heard them say, "Oh, she's not the boss. There's somebody over her."
Nah, man. People are saying that this is straight up the Kingpin.
I mean, it could be.
It could be, and I got some reasons to say that it truly is the Kingpin.
All right.
Now, and I'm thinking, first of all, you know, why not bring in Vincent D'Onofrio back? You know, I think it's the Kingpin, not because I'm a fan who wants it, but because, you know, and why wouldn't I want it? You know, because he was great.
Yeah.
To a lot of people, there are a lot of people who say, you know what, he is the Kingpin now, for me. You know what, I'm saying that is going to be him. Now, if it's not, I'm not going to be upset, but I think that's a mistake, and I'll tell you why. Because first of all, I think that would be so cheap of Marvel and Disney to sit up here and tease this the way they're doing it, and it's not him.
Well,
let me actually introduce some things.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Because I know you got some things to say. You know, at this point, and you know, it's if it's not the Kingpin, if it ends up being John Travolta as Uncle Paulie or something like that, you know, that at that point, it's not. We done with ha. You got me. At this point, like keep playing. You know, because let me show you some things here.
Okay, all right.
So, you know, first of all, like I said, they'd be fucking with people at this point if it's not, because they lay it on thick. Did you see that scene where that hand came in when Maya's dad said, "Uncle's coming to pick you up"?
Oh no.
Oh, you didn't see this part? Okay, let me turn this up so you can see and hear.
Okay.
What's going on here? Crucial, Martin.
Okay. Oh.
Come on.
Okay.
Hey,
okay.
bro.
Okay.
Come on now, man.
Okay. All right.
But did y'all hear that laugh?
Okay. Yeah. Heard that laugh.
Y'all, they
Wow.
pulled some shit with
Wow.
that's not
Okay.
the Kingpin.
All right.
You're fucking with people,
Yeah.
and that ain't right. And here's the other thing, man. Cause see, it's different. Cause I know at this point, like, boy, ain't you learned from all these other guesses and all these other theories out there? It's like it's not the same. Okay, Mephisto, that was on us, man. All right, you know we read too much into that. Okay, we were all trying to be detectives and sleuths and everything, and you know what? So you know, end up being It end up being Mephisto, ended up being Ralph Boner, okay? And we just kind of like, okay, that's you got me.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Yeah.
We read too much into that. But then you had He Who Still Remains. Yeah. Now they actually delivered on that.
They delivered on that, yeah.
The thing is that they kept that so cryptic before. They didn't tease as much. Mm-hmm. You know, it just kind of happened.
Right.
You know, so nobody was really guessing. Everybody said it could be.
Yeah.
So that's cool, you know.
Sure.
It was enough of a reveal that was hidden well, but it didn't go poking and teasing people. That's the key thing. They didn't keep saying, "Oh, is it him? Is it him? Is it him?" They didn't do that. So it could, you know, if it wasn't him, everybody would have been like, "All right, that's fine."
Sure.
But the Kingpin is different, man. Not only with that scene that we saw over there, with that laugh that you heard, and that sounds so much like Vincent D'Onofrio.
It does.
You know, not only that, but okay, you introduced that laugh, you got that suit, the suit,
yeah,
and you know, it's a character that already has a lot of background with a character in the show.
Yeah,
the character of Maya.
Yeah,
Maya is like the adopted in the comics. Now I read on this myself, so I'm not an expert here, but she's the adopted daughter of the Kingpin.
Right.
Who tricked her, who lied about Daredevil killing her parents, and so tricked her into trying to kill him. That's when she's like, you know, we ain't family no more. Mm-hmm. And they became enemies after that.
Yeah.
So why you gonna bring in that laugh, that suit, this history with this character, and then turn around and it's like, no, it's Uncle Joe. You know, no, get the hell out of here with that. No, that is not.
I mean, before seeing that, I was like, well, you know what? They could always substitute in some other mob boss. Mm-hmm. It could be Hammerhead or Tombstone or somebody else from Marvel Comics that they put there instead because they want to save the Kingpin for whenever they actually reintroduce Daredevil or at least Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
But seeing that, yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. The Tracksuit Mafia, they said in the show that they work for somebody who's a higher up, higher than Maya.
Yeah.
And Clint, Hawkeye, clearly says somebody you don't want to mess with. And their whole business is a front. You know, it's a front for their crime. And I'm sure they're laundering money. And what's on the front of their repair shop that they're using as a front? Fat Man Auto Repair.
Oh.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Look, I know I'm doing it again. Going in deep and looking up clues, but come on now.
Well, no. To see that, they are purposely planting those clues there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, you know,
They're trying to turn y'all all into conspiracy theorists.
when a character is that closely linked with all these clues here, at this point, this ain't no game no more.
Yeah.
All right, you know,
Yeah.
at this point, it's not fun being teased. It's not fun like guessing. It's at this point, it frustrates people, and I don't think that Disney and Marvel, I don't think they want to do that to people at this point. Before it's like, haha, you got me. Now it's like, stop me.
Okay, so say that's the Kingpin in that scene. Doesn't mean we'll actually see him.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that we'll see him, and I'm not saying that we need to see him in the show. But at some point, we need to see him.
Wait,
All right.
what?
No, don't, no. Ain't nobody trying to see no hand and a sleeve. Ain't nobody trying to see no sign talking about fat man. Ain't nobody trying to talk about, oh, don't mess with this dude. You know who. Nah, man, you got to show him now.
They might just show a silhouette of a big bald dude.
That's what I'm talking about. People, don't do that. Don't, no. At this point.
It's done. The show is wrapped.
But we got 3 more episodes left.
I know, but you don't think they filmed those already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that they filmed it, and I think they filmed him. Somebody said if Kingpin was on the show, it would have leaked. It already kind of has. There's been some people who have already said that they've got rumblings of the Kingpin in here. I tell you what they didn't do, and I already looked. They don't have him in the credits. Vincent D'Onofrio,
Yeah.
he's not in the credits anymore.
Right.
So, you know, I think they keep. I think they keep.
Yeah,
it
because
well
once
here.
his name appears in the credits, then you know it's on.
Yeah, there's a chance that people are saying episode 4 or 5. Somebody slipped up and said, "Oh, you get something big in episode 4." Oh shit! Of course, they could be just messing with
Yeah,
people.
of course. Well, the other thing is, you know, at the very end, which made me go like, God damn it, these shows don't need to be 30 minutes. They need to be 40 minutes. Was the meeting up of Hawkeye and Jack, who is going to be the swordsman, who is the guy who taught him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you think they'll address that?
At least, I mean, you know what? I mean, the way the MCU is, they change things, but in the comics, the swordsman was the guy who taught. I mean, Clint Barton already had skills with a bow, but he was the one who brought him in under his wings. They worked at a carnival, and you know, like he would do sword demonstrations. Hawkeye would do arrow demonstrations.
Really?
But the swordsman was like, burglarizing people on the side, and kind of got Clint into it. He started out as a thief and a villain.
So that character taught Hawkeye in the
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah.
He ain't too much older than Hawkeye.
Well, I mean, he wasn't like.
Oh, he's not like a father figure,
Yeah.
a mentor like
Yeah.
that. He's just a guy who taught him.
Yeah, almost like an
skills.
older brother who, takes him under their wing.
So you think in the show that they'll have some actual past then?
I mean, that would be bad for them to pass that up.
Somebody said Ron Burgundy looking ass.
Because he's clearly pulling a con here.
Oh, of course. They made that obvious.
Yeah. And that was a swordsman thing, that he was kind of a con artist.
His mustache gave that away. Shit, if you want to look like a villain, don't have a villainous ass mustache. He holds his glass like a villain.
Oh yeah, very
like
much
he's
so.
up to something.
And even when he talks, yes. Well, perhaps some female problems are afoot.
Yeah, twirling that shit.
Makes everyone hysterical.
Oh,
Mom, you don't see this? Oh wait, what? I see what, baby?
she
Wait.
too busy getting dick down. She
I
don't
know.
She don't know.
I'm
Mom,
surprised she ain't pulling a sign going, "Don't mess this up for me."
yeah, she ain't been laying a long time. She's like, I don't give a villain he is. He's a hero in the bedroom. When he's in that ass, he's a hero. Hero to me. So yeah, people. To sum it up, I think that this show is improving so much with every episode. I saw the flaws in the first 2 episodes, but here, I think this is the best one.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was the tightest of the episodes.
Titus. There you go. If they can keep it up, it'll only get better from here. And y'all know what y'all need to do.
If you know what's good for you.
You know what's good for you. Hey, I'm just speaking for the people. I'm just a messenger. That's all. I ain't mad.
Well, you know what happens to the messenger. This is Sparta.
Out of here. Big old mouse foot comes over. Hey, Mickey, man, I'm just a messenger. This is Disney! everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.